What's up?
Hey,
welcome. We're here. Sorry, I clapped loud right in the mic.
Welcome.
So
They're awake.
we are coming to you live from Adrian Acrop
From
Olace.
AG.
Jake and I were abducted in the Bahamas, but we are back safe and sound.
Did Liam Neeson come rescue you?
He did. He did. I heard. You know, it was weird being on the other end of that conversation, like when we were being held hostage, and I could tell when he said, "I will find you and I will kill you," because they were like, "Oh shit," and they believed him,
Yeah, I bet.
and
I
he
bet.
came in and killed him. It was 100% kill rate.
As soon as if I were you, as soon as I would have heard that, I would have just immediately like high five Jake or someone. Like,
Well,
dude, we're fine.
we were
We've got
gagged and
nothing
bound.
to worry about.
We were bound and gagged.
Liam
So.
Neeson's coming for us.
And this wasn't Liam Neeson that got killed by Darth Maul. This was Liam Neeson that kills
No, yeah.
whoever takes people.
And it makes
Evil-
two crappy
evil-
sequels.
Too crappy
Sex
what?
trafficker.
Sequels.
Sex traffickers.
Yeah, that's what they were in
Taken?
the first Taken.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Star Wars. Like,
No.
We were talking about Liam
stealing
Neeson.
children.
I heard the second one was okay.
That Liam Neeson in Star Wars trained a future child killer.
That's true.
Or trained the person that trained a future child killer. My bad. He was the grandpa to the child killer.
That's fair. The Grandpa Youngling Slaughterer. So anyway, how y'all doing? What's
Great.
new in the world?
I feel like I got a lot of sun and don't look any darker.
Oh, dude, you look like you might as well be Mexican.
So you got a little
Dude,
bit
you got
darker.
some-
You look like
got
you
a little bit darker.
microwaved a lot of food this weekend.
Tim didn't change. You look a little bit
Are
darker.
you saying he didn't go outside?
Who? Jake?
Jake?
No, he was outside.
I just don't get the microwave reference.
No, they.
Like, what's that
I was
mean?
just saying he just cooked a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is like his clothes got hotter, but his skin didn't get any hotter
Oh, okay.
because microwaves are trash.
As soon as I got home, like I got pictures and snaps of my cat being so lovey-dovey to Brooke, who was taking care of her. As soon as I got home, she scratched me. So
Dude, your cat is evil.
You probably deserved it.
You guys should get rid of that cat, probably.
I
no,
was about
because
to-
after
All cats are evil.
Because
That's exactly
after-
what you deserve for getting a cat. I'm
because
just gonna say that.
after
All cats are
that,
just inherently
after
evil.
that,
Yeah, they're
she's been
bad.
super,
She
super
missed
adorable.
You. She was pissed.
She was super adorable since then till
Do you know
I
what
left
happens
today.
if a dog comes up and he's like, and you're like, ow, and he's like,
I'm so sorry.
Well, I learned I was training my cat wrong. I was training it like a dog, and that's the wrong idea.
well, it's
Yeah,
'cause
'cause you can't train cats.
Yes, you
They're
can.
evil.
I've
almost-
seen it on
It's
America's
almost
Got
like you should
Talent.
train them separately.
Oh no.
You know, I've seen some other things. No, I've never seen anything on America's
There's two
Got
different
Talent. But
species, all right? You don't train. It's two different species, Brad. It's a different argument.
I
How
was
do you
making
make
a
analogy?
joke.
how do you train a goat?
Tony got it.
I got
By
my
jumping.
Goats can
You
be
just
trained.
jump, and it's like I can do that, and it jumps on everything.
Some things are just instinctual.
I was listening to Jim Gaffigan the other day, and
you
he
train
called
anything with
he
the
called
right
a goat
system.
He said a goat looked like a dog on meth, and I lost my shit, man. It was so funny.
A dog on meth.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
I
were.
miss screaming goat memes.
I don't get it.
Those were good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're stale though, man. We can't bring them back.
Yeah, little videos where they interject it with a screaming goat, like in a song or something.
No, I'm gonna be honest right now. No meme
Oh,
is ever
man.
truly dead. They can
I didn't say
always
dead.
I forgot about those.
They're stale.
The blinking,
Stale.
the
You
blinking
can
guy,
eat stale chips.
You
the
can.
blinking guy meme has yet to be dead or stale.
Were those in that video game
blinking guy
PewDiePie
meme?
play
The what?
with the dead memes? You don't remember?
Dude, the blinking guy meme got a resurgence with Bucko. Okay,
Bucko.
with the crispy boy.
Buckos and Crispy Boys.
I guess I don't know that
So
one.
good.
Unbelievable. Oh shoot! I got my phone out to look at the Facebook.
Is Dakota?
Yeah, like
like
I've
over
got
there.
mine.
No,
here.
Dakota's not coming. So this is
okay.
Dakota's brother. His stand-in.
Jason says, "What's up, fishes?"
Not much.
Oh no, I'm sorry. What's up, fishes?
I'm kind of upset he didn't show up. I kind of want to talk about Psychic Awakening, the next book to come out.
Call
Yeah,
him.
nobody here can do that.
Call him.
Nope.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm out of loop. I don't know what the next book is. Did they announce it?
You should have been
they
following
announced
us
it a
on
while
Twitter.
ago. I think they announced it before you guys left, but
I,
I've been sharing it.
I'm gonna be honest. I was
Anyway.
on a boat with no internet connection.
It was so nice being unplugged for 3 days.
You know
Yeah,
how
yeah,
weird
but-
it is to see Jake without a cell phone?
Dude, I bet you he was sitting there like just like
My hand.
out of habit. Like, what do I do?
The weird thing is he still ignored everything you said, staring at his palm, and he's like, classic Jake. He was like, yeah.
How do I interact?
moving his thumb. We're like, Jake, you got nothing there. He's like, snap at you, like a
He's an addict.
yeah. And Adam's like, I know that. All right, God, shakes it out.
I don't have to Google
He's
it.
having withdrawals.
I was fine without
The
my
boat
phone.
was fun, man. We had a good time.
I believe
the
it.
boat was a lot of fun.
No, I'm a weird person
It
without
didn't
my phone.
sink.
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
don't
you
have
are.
my phone, if it's dead or this weekend I had no internet, I it doesn't like you guys make jokes. It doesn't affect me at all. I'm just fine without it. But if I have it,
He just doesn't
I
realize.
gotta use it.
He doesn't realize how bad of a person he is without it. He's like that addict that doesn't realize he's an addict.
You know what?
It's
Was
all like twitchy.
the weirdest thing probably was when you go to the toilet. Like, what do you do? It felt like
I
You grab the soap bottle
No.
and read it.
I've
You
been
read the
there at
directions
home where my phone
or
has been
instructions.
upstairs, and I'm like, do I go get it, or do I just grab a soap bottle and
Yeah.
read that?
You just read the soap bottle.
dude, I'm gonna be honest. I think
So
every time for the last 12 years, if I didn't have it, I would go get it before I'd go to the bathroom.
Dude, like I
done that.
get the waterproof phone now, so like I watch videos while I'm in the shower, and I don't think I can shower without watching. Like I'm that deep.
That's bad.
I don't want to go there.
all right,
I
so
listen to music in the shower,
So
but watching
I-
videos.
I listen to
sing
books in the shower.
I make my own music.
I guess I wasn't.
A lot of squishing sounds.
I wasn't. I was.
shower.
I was unplugged from society, but I had my phone in my room, so whenever I did go to the bathroom, I played a game.
I played the Mr. Bullet game every time, and I got to like level 30 on that thing.
Bullet.
You like literally just shoot people. It's a very, very violent game.
That
So
is a
Call of
great
Duty?
game.
It's
And
a puzzle
have
game.
you played it?
It's a puzzle
Yeah,
game,
it's
right?
And you
Fantastic.
ricochet the bullet?
Yeah,
I-
you got sucked in with that ad.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I got sucked in with the Hero Wars one.
Facebook ad
Dude.
games.
No, it's not a Facebook
Do you
game.
remember that brick break game where you aim the ball and the
Yeah.
100
Yep.
ball come out? I was up to like 3 o'clock in the morning playing that game, and I had to delete it. I'm like, I played the same level, like not beating it like 45 times. Like, this is. I'm gonna spend money on this.
Whenever the Google,
You guys need some quality.
whenever
phone
the Google
games.
Play Store advertises a game for me, I purposely don't get it because I know I'll like it and spend too much time on it, and I know it won't be satisfying because it doesn't change
I
for
typically
800
don't-
levels.
Yeah,
I typically don't play mobile games.
terrible.
I stay away from them.
They're
'cause
not
I'll spend
usually
money
very
on them.
good.
Except
No,
for there's a Gundam game
Really?
that's
Is
really
it good?
fun.
I've actually got a. It was like I think it was $3, and it's just a space flight simulator. So you literally build your own rockets and stuff.
You paid
sh-
money for a game?
Yeah, it was like $3.
I don't get it.
You shoot it into.
Yeah.
Okay, never
Why?
mind.
When I got my
I'm bored
iPad,
of my free game. I get a new free game.
when I got,
That's a clone of the game you just.
I was just about to say thank you.
I bought one mobile game the day I got my iPad, like 9 years ago. I've never bought another mobile game.
Dude, I bought an Alien game because it ties into Isolation. Never played it.
Really?
It was $12.
Oh God.
But yeah, there's a Gundam game that's really cool. You guys should check it out.
Yeah.
So what else did we miss while we were?
Brad brought up
You want to talk
Psychic
about Psychic
Awakening.
for
Yeah,
a while?
well,
Psychic
we
Awakening
can,
2
we
is
can
the
get there.
next
'Cause we've got to talk about the GT as well. So like before we go there,
one. Okay.
what else is happening?
One of my on Facebook news, one of my favorite comic strips has gone on protest. You guys know Cyanide and Happiness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
Well, they posted something and posted a comic and got Facebook banned for 7 days.
Oh, they got canceled. Oh, I guess just for 7 days.
And so after the ban, he came out and said, I got Facebook banned for 7 days. I'm back. And then he went on a whole spiel about Facebook censoring art because their whole comic is about to be dark, funny, and satirical. And it's never supposed, even if it's kind of offensive, it's supposed to have a meaning, right? So it's never really agenda pushing because they kind of do things on both sides.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's agenda pushing or not. Like the only criteria comedy should ever have is that it's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
What was
we
the
went,
comic
we
that
went to
got
the
banned?
comedy club
So-
quite a bit on the boat, and the guy made it very clear. It's comedy. If you're offended, leave and give somebody else your seats.
Yeah.
Before every show, he said it was so funny.
So he's now post every day. Since then, he's posted the same comic that says, and one guy says, "Do you love Facebook?" And the guy says, "I love Facebook." And they go, "Hooray!" And it's just that comic every day. And then
We
he-
should all
at
get
the
on
ve-
there and start sharing that.
And then at the very end, he
Yeah,
says,
I didn't know about this. I would definitely get on this train.
at the very end, he says, "Comment your favorite Cyanide and Happiness comics, so you get banned instead of me."
Well, what was the comic that got him banned for 7 days?
I don't know. It probably got deleted. So
Well, I'm
Probably
gonna
not earning.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go out
they
on a
don't
limb
always
and
tell
say
you.
that it wasn't an anti-Trump one.
I don't know.
Just gonna say.
Are
it.
you serious? I saw an article. I don't know if this is legit. It could be BS because I didn't read it, and which is why I didn't share it. But it said something about them adding a no Trump joke button to Netflix. So, like, if there was, people making Trump jokes, they could skip past it.
You know what's weird? Like you already have that functionality by scrolling. It's weird.
Well, I mean, like
I don't wanna read that.
No, like
Okay.
they have on
Netflix.
Netflix.
I
So,
get
like,
it. I get it.
So like they already have like the intro skipper, right?
Yeah.
Where you can just skip that. It'll
So it's
just
just
skip
gonna
those
pop up in
jokes.
random parts in the show.
Yeah.
That's probably not a real.
It might not be real,
Yeah.
but
I don't think it's
could
necessary.
I could see people doing that.
Wait, if there's a, if
I
there-
could too.
Absolutely.
Like they're getting like you're watching Dave Chappelle's next stand up, and he's like, man, you know that guy in the white, and you can just skip it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear no, not my Trump.
Oh, I did see something that this one was real. I did read this article.
We have to preface it. I read the article.
Still doesn't make it
Because
real.
normally Jake doesn't read the article.
I know.
I always read
Just reads the
articles I
headlines.
share. So Netflix was thinking about adding a feature where you can watch what you're watching at 1.5 times the speed. And
so you can watch more Netflix.
Yeah, so you can watch it
So you
faster.
can binge watch faster. And Judd Apatow and a whole bunch of other directors went in uproar saying, like, we will not do Netflix stuff.
Is CNN a credible source?
It depends on what they're talking about.
Seth Meyers, new Netflix
Probably
special
just fine.
lets you skip Trump jokes.
That's probably accurate.
Well, that sounds like it's specific for him.
Just
though.
look up CNN Scud
I'm
missile
sorry
attack.
that
And,
it's on Netflix and they give you the ability to skip a Trump joke.
Yes, but like it's,
The point I was
Special
trying
if
to
you're
make
watching a
him.
comedy special and you need to skip jokes, like
that's
you,
a bad thing. But the point I was trying to make is that there's bad on both sides. Right? I'm sure it could be a Trump joke that got him banned off.
I'd be very much surprised if that were the case.
I wouldn't be.
I'm pretty sure there are some numbers that the way the bans have come down. It's very, very much slanted one way. Does anybody else? I mean, do you
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
don't
that's usually the case.
I wouldn't believe it until I saw it. I'd
Tony,
have to
you
look
have
into
any?
it.
Can you find anything on that?
I can take a look. I don't know.
Facebook bans?
And Twitter as well, and
Yeah.
Twitter.
YouTube's really bad right now for.
Twitter's already been documented for that case.
Yeah, but
like, that was a
YouTube's-
big thing on
Well,
that Joe
maybe
Rogan
we don't need to
special.
waste time on here, but
Probably
YouTube's algorithm's more based off of hits on copyrighted stuff, more so than political.
Well, anything that I've seen political, like all the people that I've ever watched, like Crowder, I don't even watch Crowder, but like Crowder's totally gone. Like can't make any money on anything. And then there's a lot of people like the big thing is like the shadow banning or the ghost banning where they just they don't recommend their stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Which is
they don't
weird.
show up
I've
in the
had-
search
Well, it's not weird.
engines
They're
and
they're
stuff.
trying to take their legs out. They're killing their revenue.
Well, I get the premise.
Right.
I'm just saying I've seen people claim that, and then after I watch a video on Facebook and them talking about it, I go to YouTube and look their name up, and it's literally the first thing that pops up for me.
So-
I'm not sure.
so-
what the
No.
case is.
That's not what that is. Recommending is the videos on the side.
Yeah,
well, that's completely fine. Like,
it's deeper than that though too. It's that you'll say you're looking for specifically like a Crowder video that says meme guy in a chair, right? Say you type that into your YouTube search engine, they'll make it so that does not show up until way further down.
yeah, I
in
actually
the search.
Crowder actually did a thing on this, and I actually looked it up. So he said if you search Steven Crowder, change my mind, the first like 40 videos that come up are other channels talking about it before one of his videos.
Really?
And that was
And
true.
That was true.
That was
I
true.
looked it
I
up.
would test that, but like
I did test it.
I subscribe to him.
Is that the alligator video?
Yeah.
We're watching this after the
That's
show.
why I'm not
So
messing that up.
they
I
just did something last week where they used a VPN and they said they were like from Norway, and I can't remember what they searched.
Yeah,
but,
I've seen
but,
that too.
Yeah, they had one set of search results, and then they went and switched it to they were in LA, and the search results were totally different.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I
like
did see
that's
something for that.
But then I also have seen people claim this to be garbage because the Candace Owens, I think,
Yeah.
she said if you Google her, you'll get a whole bunch of people talking about her instead of her stuff. When I googled her, the first 5 things that came up was her website, her YouTube, her Facebook.
Who's doing it?
And everything.
Tony.
Is it me?
I think all of us.
We're all supposed to have one. Jesus, man, it's not a competition.
I was just trying to pass him on. Brad's not passing. I'm never going to dinner with you, Brad.
I'm sorry if this is loud.
Get my food anyway.
What about the salt that I need you to pass? That's fair. Okay, so what else, guys? What else is going on? You got Secular
BlizzCon was
Awakening?
this weekend.
Oh,
BlizzCon?
yeah, BlizzCon.
What is BlizzCon?
It's a
Blizzard
Blizzard
Con.
convention.
Oh, okay. So
Pretty
it's a
self-explanatory.
pro-China,
In a
People's
way.
Republic
Yeah,
of China.
In a way.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, in a way.
Can we cue the
definitely
national
not
anthem for the?
Better be careful. We'll get canceled.
Anyway, well,
China
not for
invades
that.
to shut down.
I'm sure
Continuous
there's
outrage?
China money in Facebook.
Yeah, a little. Okay, did you guys know that Facebook was trying to launch its own digital currency, Libra?
I did see something
Really?
about that. Yeah.
This was like this is old news. I didn't
I didn't know
realize.
that. No.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's one of the reasons he was. Facerberg was taken to
Zuckerberg.
Washington. Yeah, to testify on that. Governments don't like alternative currencies. We can say that.
well, no, they literally hold the monopoly over the
yeah,
currency.
and they don't want to lose that.
Everybody
'cause
should invest in Bitcoin.
I don't know about that.
I did.
Yeah.
Be careful with your what's that called?
Investing.
No, you should be
money?
careful with that too. But
That's how
I forget what it's called.
that's how Mr. Beast made his fortune.
Who?
One of the biggest YouTubers, Mr. Beast.
Well, if you bought it when it first started getting
Yeah.
like people heard about it, and then
then
you
sold
sold it in
Yeah,
December of 2017, you could have made like $20,000 a share.
yeah.
He
but the-
made
or
he
just
made millions of dollars, and
Yeah.
now his YouTube channel is all about him giving his money away, and he makes money now off of merchandise and stuff
Yeah.
to help keep his.
I always wondered
I guess
that when
career
they're like,
alive.
well, what's your career? I'm a philanthropist. So wait, hang on.
Did you say a
your
full-
job is to give money away? Philanthropist?
No,
To give your money away?
I
Yeah.
need to change my shirt.
it's an Always Sunny episode.
Oh, I don't get it.
They make
know.
they make Charlie go on online dating.
What are your
and,
hobbies?
And they
Magnets.
they say they
Magnets?
put his career as philanthropist. So when she goes, and she goes, so what do you do as they're out on a date? And he goes, oh, I'm a full on rapist. And she goes, what? He goes, like, disabled and blacks and whatnot. And then she goes,
bad.
did you just say? And he goes, no, she goes, do you mean philanthropist? He goes, yeah, I don't do words too good.
Wow.
That's terrible.
We maybe should have just passed on that one.
Yeah, that took a turn I didn't see coming.
Yeah,
good
we,
joke.
we could easily get banned for that.
Cancel.
I
Anyway.
don't think so. We're quoting a joke.
All nine of those people watching are going to be like,
Hey, man. It only takes one.
We're at 10 now. Back down to 9. We lost one.
So, okay, you guys are really bad at what's popping.
What are you talking about? We
I've
brought
been
up.
trying to wait. I've been waiting patiently.
Let's hear it. What's popping for you?
We've got 4 new followers on Twitter.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
that's 4 more than
Do
we've
you
had in
have
the
any
last.
idea how much work
Jeez.
that was?
Twitter's tough, man.
How dead was Facebook when I was gone?
Considering you were the one supposed to be posting on it, pretty dead.
Well,
Anyway.
we were on a boat.
Well, going back to BlizzCon, there was a lot of things announced there.
Like what?
Diablo 4, pretty big deal.
Oh, I saw
Oh,
that.
who cares?
Well, as bad as Diablo 3 was, I'm not excited at all. So, next thing.
Overwatch 2,
I'm okay. Definitely not. Don't care about that either.
uh,
I'm sorry. I just
the
did.
new WoW expansion.
Yeah.
Is this gonna get?
Where's
When
the
does
good stuff?
When does this heat up?
These are three of the biggest
it's
IPs
a little
of
bit-
gaming.
To be fair, they're doing something pretty good, or pretty big with World of
Overwatch
Warcraft.
2 is a big
They're
deal
doing something.
Why?
because it's a competitive format. Like that's professional gamers.
It
play
also
that.
looks
Yeah.
stupid.
Whatever.
What? How can you even know?
I
it
don't
was
like. I
announced?
don't like the aesthetics of Overwatch.
I don't like the aesthetics of it either, but it's still a big deal.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know, that's like saying the NFL came out with a new team.
Nowhere near that, but
Why not?
well, because it
That is
costs
a really close analogy.
no, it costs literally billions of dollars to to put out.
How much do you think it
and
costs
not billions.
to make a video game?
Not nowhere
Yeah, I
near
don't
a
think it's
billion.
Yeah,
I guarantee it's not
yeah.
even like multiple hundred thousands for or 100 millions for most games.
Do you think
It's over
do you, who do you,
100,000.
do you think the Detroit
Yeah.
Lions or Overwatch made more money?
Dude, the NFL makes $9 billion a year.
NFL does.
Yeah, and the NFL
Well, how much
is,
is video games?
is a
How-
socialist entity
how-
within itself.
How much does?
I don't know if the numbers are public. What you're
Listen, this. I mean,
I guess.
this is
I guess
far
I'm
as-
trying
the
to
NFL
compare.
is going to win every financial argument you
Oh,
want to throw at me.
That's not what I'm saying.
Not
I'm just saying,
overall
like,
video
it's
games.
Yes.
It's a close
No,
analogy.
I don't.
Lions were $361 million in 2017.
They made 351 million.
61 revenue.
Okay.
I'm
That's
looking
not
up
TV
Overwatch.
revenue. That's
That's total
at
revenue.
the stadium.
That's total revenue.
Total. So,
No, hang on.
Well,
No,
that's gonna be-
regardless, you're
well,
getting
multiply that by
revenue.
32. What multiply that by 32?
Why?
Well, for teams?
Yeah, there's 32 NFL teams.
Well, average is
565
95.
million in
95.
sales. That's sales.
Wait,
Just
what's that?
sales. Overwatch is 565 million in sales in 2016.
The NFL makes $9 billion a year.
Well,
We're talking about
how
one
one
game.
game. You think
That's
NFL's bigger
one
than
game.
Do you
That's
think
fine.
Still have.
Do you think
many
NFL?
I'm not
games
saying
do
video
you have?
games aren't a big deal. Don't get me
They're
wrong.
bigger than
They're bigger than
NFL.
the
I don't
NFL.
think they are.
They are.
Collectively, absolutely.
Well, you have a much. You have
Absolutely.
way more video
way
games.
bigger
I don't.
market.
I don't
That's
think.
what I'm
I don't
saying.
think video games make $9 billion a year.
You
It's
have-
video games are
They
worldwide,
make
while
more
football
than
is
9
just
billion.
like
Yeah,
America and
I
a couple
don't-
other
Collectively?
countries.
I don't think they make $9 billion a
Collectively.
year.
You don't think?
I'm not
Anyway,
talking lifetime
so,
sales.
Diablo
Let's just take
4.
WoW. Let's just take WoW. How much people are playing WoW right now?
I don't
How
know.
much?
There's like dozens of people
Let's
playing
say
that game.
5 million.
There's guaranteed dozens of people.
Well, hey,
playing
that whole vanilla craze died out quick.
It's
right?
At least,
Am I right?
That was a
it's at
flash
least
in the pan.
It's
Well,
at
because the
least-
game
totally
is
is.
trash.
Listen, I'm not jumping on that bandwagon. I'm just saying, like, when
Hey,
you're talking
Siena
about
Heights has an
13
esports team.
When you're
Do
talking
they
about
play WoW? I doubt it.
I don't know,
13
Tony, do they play WoW?
teams
Who?
Making
the Tony in
500
chat.
million, we'll say all
Sorry.
the teams in the NFL make 500 million a year. You could have that spread out between 50 games worldwide in video games.
I'm saying the NFL brings in $9 billion a year.
I'm saying
if we're talking
video
just
game
fiscal years.
companies, not a single video game. Video games in its entirety brings in more than that.
I don't know if they do.
Isn't it video games?
They might.
Isn't it one of the biggest revenue markets in like it goes like porn number one, then like video games is like up there.
Is porn one of the highest revenue?
It's the one number
Really?
one.
Yes, it
It's
is.
the
I know
highest.
they're the most it's the most visited thing on the internet.
No, it's the highest revenue.
I don't know anybody that pays for it. How
They
do
make their money through ads.
So this is unsubstantiated. This is Google on techjury.net. But how much did the NFL make?
$9 billion.
9 billion.
Between 9 and 12 billion.
16 billion reported in 2017 is video games as a whole.
Last year, the gaming market generated somewhere around 138.7 billion in revenue.
Yeah.
Like, he's
According to
not even close.
TechCrunch, 43.8 billion.
You're saying that an American, I would say,
TechCrunch
one
may be
American
better than my
sport
sources here.
over an entire
Admittedly.
industry.
I mean, NFL
Maybe.
fans are fanatics, but I don't think
No,
they
no,
can.
I was just
And now if you take all sports revenue,
This is like when we were talking about Disney and Sony.
Yeah.
Like, unless Disney buys
yeah,
Sony,
it's not
we're
even
like,
close.
I don't know if that's
Yeah, that's
possible.
fair. But that's not like okay. You said a sports team. You said an NFL team compared to
one
Overwatch
huge
team.
game coming
Yeah,
out.
it won't
One
even
team
be
versus
one
close.
huge
It's not
IP.
even-
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. They won't make $9 billion in their first
They
year.
just said
no.
they
That's
made
all
560
video games.
No, they made
And-
560 million in their first year. That one.
Yeah,
game.
so you're halfway to.
So we
No,
just
for-
talked about how the
halfway
Lions made
for all the
300
Lions,
million.
or for
No,
all
no,
football
but it
teams, but
cost
not
a-
just the Lions.
Yeah, but no, Tim does have a point though. Tim does have a point because no matter how much they sell within their first year, they're not going to make more than what the Lions have made an entire lifetime. It's not
Well,
going to
that's
happen.
just because they haven't been around the same
I'm talking
amount of
it-
time. That's
Well,
a
not
fair
to mention,
analogy.
it will be irrelevant before. This is kind of funny, but it will be irrelevant before the Lions will be irrelevant.
Well,
that's
not if other games
hashtag
come
already
out.
irrelevant.
I get it, but
But no, like they're still
not in
playing.
terms of,
they're
you
still
know.
playing Team Fortress 2 professionally, right? And that game's been out forever.
yeah,
It's
and
probably
League of
better than
Legends.
WoW.
And League of Legends.
WoW, I don't
League of
think-
Legends
is WoW even
That
played
game's trash.
professionally?
No.
I don't think
No,
that's
you can't.
Dude, I know people that have put in professional hours on WoW.
that may be
Okay.
true, but I'm just saying, like,
Neglected their
I
families.
don't like Overwatch, and I'm not defending the gameplay. I'm just saying that's a big deal for competitive players.
That's
the
fair.
fact that a new
That's
one's
fair.
coming out.
I guess when the topic was broached, I'm not interested and don't care at all about
enough.
Overwatch 2.
For Blizzard.
I think.
I really think that Diablo 3, they didn't fumble the ball because they took it and they threw it into the ground, so they spiked it, right? That's a
Yeah, sure.
They intentionally grounded the ball.
Just like
That game was utter rubbish.
Yeah, I didn't like
Until it was
Diablo
good.
3.
Dude, it's a No Man's Sky syndrome. Like, nobody cares that your game is good 4 years after it came out.
But
With all the hype.
Diablo 1 and 2 were great.
I think that's a bad precedent to start. I don't like it.
With what?
Look what he's saying.
Well, I understand,
I
but
want to have a great game that I play immediately and it's great. I don't want to have to wait 6 months.
I agree.
that's
I
right.
agree. But if they take the success that they got from Diablo 3 and transfer that into a good Diablo 4 game,
But you could have said the exact same thing from
What
Diablo
about-
2 to 3.
but Diablo 2 Diablo 3 came out 12 years after 2. There was a brand. There was
Someone call my name.
Tony.
Destiny.
yeah.
Destiny 1 was fantastic.
Yes, it
year
was.
2. It was one of the best games I've ever played.
Can we get for the next
That-
Destiny 2 came
hashtag
out.
Trash.
And
if I
there
just, like,
was
if I
like
give you the
50
6
features
just flashed
they
on
took
screen.
away
There's
I
no
mean, I
that
can
were
get that
already
together.
there
Like
in
the
Destiny
Podswalker
1
thing?
year 2.
I agree.
I
There's
need a
no
hashtag trash.
I agree. There's no excuse for Destiny 2. They should have made a better game.
Well, they did re-release or just release the Moon.
Diablo 3, even though it's a dungeon crawler just like Diablo 2, there was a tremendous amount
Brittany
of
also was upset
advancements.
with you.
There was a tremendous amount of advancements in gaming and technology from 2 to 3. So there was a lot to change, and they
but
messed
that's
up.
no excuse. Look, you
Diablo
can,
4 is coming out at a quite more reasonable time frame from 3, where gaming hasn't changed. The
Bro,
gaming industry hasn't changed
I think
that
you're
much.
apologizing
It's not
hardcore
12.
for
I'm
Diablo
not,
3 being bad.
I am not
You're
apologizing
saying
at all.
that the technology was too good for them to make a good game. That doesn't
That's
make any
not
sense.
what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that the gaming industry changed from the time 3 came out.
So
and
that's
2
why
came,
that's
and
why
2
3 was
ended.
bad.
No, I'm saying that they took risks. They made changes that
Why
didn't
was 3
work.
bad? Why was 3 bad?
3 was bad for a various amounts of reasons.
Well, you had first of all you had the
They changed character design, character specs.
Well, not only that, but the biggest complaint I heard was the real money auction house.
Yeah.
That was what really threw people off.
Is it an
Diablo.
EA game?
No.
No, it's I know. It's just I'm talking about but, no. So
This is
that's
Activision,
and
right?
it would
Yeah.
be
They're
it would be
pretty close.
idiotic
I thought it was Blizzard.
for them to do
They're the same.
Okay.
for them to do
They're
for
the
them to
same.
do the same thing.
Okay,
Actually,
so
Blizzard
they
owns
merged.
Blizzard owns Activision.
There was a time in my childhood where if
is
Blizzard
it the other
made
way
a
around?
game,
I don't think so.
Blizzard didn't make games that didn't have a stamp of
Activision
approval
owns
that
Blizzard.
weren't good, right? As much as I think World of Warcraft is garbage, I don't
You need
enjoy
to check
it.
that, man. Your
No.
fan base is yelling at you.
That's
right
fine.
now.
It's not a good game. Like it's not a good game.
It's a good game.
But people enjoy it, and Blizzard put the work into it to put out a subpar product that a lot of people buy and paid for. So, monthly. So kudos to them. Like, can you
was a
imagine,
merger.
like, oh man, here's this pile of shit, and you got to pay me $6 a month for it, and you're like, well, it's not very good, but there's a billion people playing it, so it's got to be good. I don't want to be the different one and say that. That's poop on a plate.
Well, to be fair, you like different things though.
Yeah, that's
like,
not-
I like RPGs.
that's
what
fine,
was the
but
last
it's not
RPG you
it's,
played?
it's not
Skyrim.
just it's not just
Yeah.
an RPG.
I guess you do.
You know what it should have been?
What?
Detroit Become Human.
That's fair.
Do you like MMORPGs?
No.
Okay.
and see there and that's which is fine. You don't have to like.
Okay, hang on. I
MMORPGs,
guess I shouldn't
but-
say that because
but there are
to
some
me
really,
MMORPGs are kind of like brand recognition, right? Like give me a Kleenex. MMOs are WoW like that. I just
Well, they said they.
I
did
just
set
feel like
the,
they
they
are
set
all
the
like
pace.
WoW.
Standard.
They
I would say
set
that's
the
what I'm
pace.
saying.
Warcraft
They
is
set
the standard for
They
MMO.
set the standard, but they're not really synonymous.
what I'm saying is to me, whenever I think of an MMO, I think of a bird flapping for hours. What are you doing? I'm traveling.
Wasn't Warframe an MMO?
Yeah.
That had a
That
huge
was a free to
success.
play too.
Huge success.
But yeah, so anyway,
I really
it's-
have a lot of negative feelings about free to play games now too because of what they've done to the industry.
I can,
Well, yeah, they've soaked them down with.
I can,
Yeah.
they've
I can
soaked them down
agree.
with microtransactions.
I think some companies do it fine, and I think other companies take advantage and are kind of predatory.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff to really like about World of Warcraft, even when it was in its infancy. Like
I
no,
couldn't
and
find a single thing, Brad. I'm serious.
Well,
I mean, I don't
I
like it
understand,
either.
but you didn't play. You didn't
I did
play
play
the whole.
it.
No, you didn't play the whole thing.
It's okay if
How
you,
many hours do you need to put into something before you can safely say
and
I don't
that's-
like
and
it?
that's fair.
Well,
and that's
one
fair.
more than
However,
you ever give something.
Apparently, right? You didn't do it long enough.
There is-
However,
there is something
well,
to say
it's
there-
not,
You're not
it's not
being
that
enough.
you didn't. It's not that you didn't do it long enough. Is you missed
You
out.
just said that.
No, it's you missed out on key content of the game.
yeah,
Because
there's
you
two.
didn't play long enough.
World of Warcraft is 2 games.
How many?
Play long enough.
How many games?
World of
How many
Warcraft-
games did you play where you teamed up with 39 other people?
That's
to fight
fair. I
a
never did.
giant
I never
boss?
did a Leroy Jenkins. I
That,
never
that
did
is,
that.
World of
that is
Warcraft-
awesome.
That does sound like it would be pretty fun.
World of Warcraft is 2 different games. The leveling is one aspect of the game.
Monotonous.
Yeah, it is very monotonous.
I
It's
won't
hard.
disagree with you.
A lot of people don't like it enough to not get through it. Then the end game content. And
Because
what,
I'm
what
playing a
makes
game.
WoW
I'm doing something-
what
Bird.
makes WoW very
Tony System would like to know how Anthem is, Brad.
It's terrible.
I thought you said it was good.
It was good.
It was
It was
great.
good when it
good
came
2
out.
weeks.
It was good when it came out, but they ran out of stuff.
Wait, are
for
you
it.
saying you played it too
Exactly.
long?
Yes, you played it too long.
Well,
And then they
that
were-
wasn't.
Brad got me on that train, and I was on it with him.
Dude,
Right,
it was
and then
like he said. It was
a great
It was
game.
fun for 2 weeks, and then after you
Yeah.
got your 2 weeks, you're like, "Wow, this is
After you
terrible.
maxed everything out and you were just grinding and there was nothing
Yeah.
new, and even when they released the Cataclysm and tried to introduce new
I
stuff,
didn't even hang on that long.
Yeah.
I didn't even hang on.
oh, I jumped back in for a hot minute when the Cataclysms came out.
Did you have
and
to
they
pay
added
monthly?
stuff?
No, you didn't pay anything.
It added
yeah.
an
Anthem
interesting.
had a big bomb release.
Yeah, it would suck. I'm still happy I bought it. Like it was fun to play for that period of time.
yeah.
It was still fun. I'm
Was it
not
worth
unhappy.
I'm not happy I bought
$60 for 2 weeks?
Absolutely
No.
not.
No,
I don't know. I disagree.
I don't think it was worth it at
I
all.
put a lot of hours of playing.
I put
yeah,
a
I
lot
of
of useless hours thinking it would be something that it wasn't.
Yeah,
That's
I,
the
I'll
biggest
agree with
problem.
that.
Yeah.
that
I'll
was
agree.
that was one thing I had a
Go
big
kill
problem.
boars in the woods
So that's
and
what-
bring me back their thing.
Yeah, listen, man, you're talking
You're
about
saying.
video games as a
get it.
whole.
That's one
I
problem
get
I
it.
had with Destiny 2 was that they
They gave you coins though.
Yeah.
well, Destiny 2 made the leveling experience made the leveling experience kind of a lot more fun than the leveling experience they got in Destiny 1, but the end game content was utter
Lackluster.
trash.
No, Jake, no. You didn't play Destiny Year 2. You don't know what you lost.
You didn't
We're
play
talking about
long
Destiny
enough.
2, not Destiny
I know-
Year 2.
I know, but-
so
You didn't
Destiny
play
Year
long
2.
enough.
So Destiny, that's what I'm saying. It's complete bullshit. So like Destiny Year 2, there was so much cool stuff that they had in it for
Yeah.
leveling, end game content, like everything. And then
was pretty awesome.
Destiny 2 came out.
What do they have in Destiny?
Nothing.
In leveling, what do they have in Destiny
They had
1 Year 2
They had
that was different?
They had like a hive content. That was like you could go just it was called the Prison of Elders. You could
Yep,
go
I remember
through
that.
and kill masses of enemies. It wasn't even it wasn't PvP, it was all PvE stuff. Like there was just a mountain of things to do that they just took it all away.
Okay, I'll give you that, but I guess I was talking about from the leveling that because Destiny 2 was kind of a reboot, like a restart. You're pretty much starting at level 0, so leveling 1 to max level, whereas Destiny Year 2 was like adding an expansion to your character.
No, because it was
Which
item
one?
leveling.
Which one was
Yeah.
it? They had the
And then
expansion
that's not
on the
fair.
disc behind a paywall.
That was
Destiny
Destiny
1.
1.
One?
Yeah.
Okay.
They could have been Destiny 2, but nobody played it long enough to figure it out.
I say they did
That's fair.
release a bunch of new stuff for Destiny, and it has like resurged and
So
has
there's only
become
been
really
one and two,
popular
right? Are
again.
they going to do a third one?
Probably not.
Was it Bungie pulled out of the deal with
Activision.
Activision.
So no,
If
they-
there's going to be one, it's going to be dramatically different. Is what I read.
That might be worth looking into.
So Destiny was like that
if
was like a
Bungie's making
true
it.
like bridge
Yeah.
between MMO and shooter. Like that was the middle ground.
I think it's a great concept.
Kind
I
of,
really
yeah.
do. I think the ability to bring a bunch of people together
I know a lot of
in
people who
in the
love
sh- in the
Sea of
shooter
Thieves.
I
platform.
do too. I've not
CS
played it,
Thieves?
but I heard of the same thing.
Well,
Oh, Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Someone just said something that Sea of Thieves was bad at this.
dude, I don't play video games nearly as much as
Yeah, you
guys.
have a lot of like real big opinions on video
Yeah,
games.
you
that
never played.
Dude, WoW is not a good game. It's not fun. Okay,
For you, it's not fun for
yeah,
you.
you don't enjoy it. That's fine, but it is a if you put the time in and play the game,
how do
it
you
is
do-
fun.
how do you do that if you don't enjoy it?
WoW is really fun to
What
play
it-
with people.
Okay, listen.
It is a mass multiplayer online.
Let me tell you, there's some things that I've done in my life where I did it once and I was like, I like that a lot.
Okay.
I'm going to
That's
try
fine.
to do that a lot.
Have you ever gone where you did that and then after a few times you stopped liking it?
No.
Okay. Well, it happened with me with Destiny.
If you played games with other people, it does make it more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
I've
But
never
I
been
don't like
invited to a
playing
group, bro.
games. You're so full of it.
You probably,
Liar.
I don't like playing games against other people. I like playing games with people.
you
That's
probably
fair.
also enjoy single player games more than you like multiplayer games. And literally
I
the
definitely do that.
and
but you gotta
literally
get
the
him to.
focus on World of Warcraft is
Multiplayer.
the multiplayer.
You
Like,
also
that
got to
is
get
the
him
game.
to actually
You can't
play
play
it.
It would be a worthless game
Yeah.
without it. If there was 5 people who played World of Warcraft, it would be a garbage game.
There are literally dozens of people who play it right now.
That's the biggest argument to why it's a good game.
No, it's
That's all I
not.
ever.
no,
Dude,
no,
that's all I
no,
ever.
it's not.
So many
That
people
is a
agree.
reasonable
The only
argument.
I don't
Stop
agree with
getting
that.
Triggered.
That's
Don't
also
agree
the
with
only
that.
argument
Triggered.
you ever
It's just
point
not-
out.
it's just
That's-
not
that-
true.
That's also the only
entirely
argument you ever
true.
point
Okay,
out.
no,
If
nobody's like, man,
thousands of
it
people
looks
use
pretty.
it, how is it bad? It's doing what
No,
it's doing what it's
come
supposed
on
to do,
now.
right?
Come on now. The Third Reich came into existence. A lot of people were on that bandwagon. Wasn't so good.
That's an unfair analogy. We're talking about
I don't
a
know.
video game.
I'm just saying, like,
So we're talking about entertainment content. So purely in its form
what
of
about
entertainment.
what about cult followings for movies that are objectively bad? The Room.
Yeah. The room is
So?
the room is
Hashtag
great for,
got him.
The room is great for reasons other than critical movie making.
The Room is popular because it's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it's
Well,
objectively
yeah,
bad.
and there's a whole niche for those
And that's
type
fine.
of movies.
Totally fine. But nobody's going to say, man, The Room is a really well put together film.
But also nobody's
gonna be
gonna
honest
say,
about it.
I really love this video game because
you're
it's
using
so
it as a
awful.
way
You know
to
what was
explain
really
people
well-
like bad things.
You know what was really well put together and a lot of effort was thrown into it? The GT. You should talk about that.
We should. We don't know if it's going to be
We're
good
about
yet.
to run out of time.
940. We're nowhere near out of time.
We don't know if the GT is
Brad's
gonna
trying
be
to
any
change
good,
the topic.
to be fair.
Listen, I was trying to change because that's something you wanted to talk about.
That's fair.
I'm trying
No,
to segue.
and
It was a very
appreciate
poor
that.
segue. Let's go.
That's fine. I wasn't saying it was going to be good, but
That's what she said.
abruptly changing the topic.
I do want to say Minecraft,
Oh
bad
my
looking
God.
game. It looks bad. It looks bad. People enjoy it for what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's
that does-
infinite virtual Legos, Tim.
That's fine, and people enjoy that.
It's not my bag, but I'm
No.
also not going to call it a bad game.
That's fair.
Me
I
either.
think
like
Minecraft is probably objectively better than World of Warcraft.
Why?
They just
Brad, you
Why?
just tried to segue.
I
out
know.
of this, And
but
now you're
I
asking
want
a question.
I wanted to rationalize it. Why?
because
You haven't
World
played
of
either of
Warcraft,
them, so
He's so defensive.
I haven't played Minecraft.
I think.
Yeah, so
I think
I ran around in Minecraft.
Minecraft
it's not my thing.
could be better than World of Warcraft.
yeah, I just want to
But
know.
not
why.
enough people play it, Jake. So
Well,
it's not
that's
as
not
good.
true at all.
That's
It's
fair.
one of
It's
the-
getting big.
It's probably bigger.
It's been
It's massive.
It's been the number one
Is that a free
game
game?
2 times
not
within
free.
10 years.
Yeah,
You know how crazy
12-year-olds
that is?
love
for
Minecraft.
10 years.
It hit number 1 game. And
Downloaded
then,
it. It was-
and then
it
10
was-
years later, it hit number 1 game again.
I don't get the
know
appeal
what they
of it,
say,
but
trends-
like, it's a
trends are
creation
loop.
thing, right? People like to create. Is that what it is?
Well, yeah, that's one thing.
And
Reason
people-
people love Fortnite over a lot of other things because besides the battle royale, there's a big creative aspect in Fortnite where like there's a creative mode where you can create not just like shooting games but like puzzles and other stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are literally dozens of people that do that.
Yeah. So, anyways, but Minecraft.
how can they hold guns, Tony?
Minecraft even.
We didn't say they were Iron Hands.
Minecraft
No,
had
they
a battle
literally
royale
don't have
before.
fingers.
Minecraft had a battle royale before Fortnite even came out.
They should have put some sick dances in it. It would have been real popular.
fair,
Yeah, all those blocks doing this.
PUBG came out before Fortnite.
Do you
too,
see the
so-
kid when we were at
They
the,
tried to sue him.
when we were on the boat?
Yeah.
There was this big screen by
Heard
the
that
pool where they played in game. Actually, one of the nights, pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I saw it. Other people have Facebook.
Really? People have
They-
Facebook on that
yeah,
boat?
and they posted stuff.
Not I.
That's fine.
Listen,
I felt like I was there with you guys.
I'm bad at being connected when I'm connected to the internet.
I was paying
Take
20
the internet out of the equation, I'm a ghost.
I wasn't paying no $20 for internet over the weekend. Screw that.
But there was a kid. There was like some downtime, so kids were doing Fortnite dances, right? And one of the workers of the boat punted a child off the boat.
Seems appropriate.
Everybody applauded. They're like, shouldn't have been doing Fortnite dances.
I saw a meme. I saw a meme circulating Facebook,
Seemed
and it was
appropriate.
It was just a dish with candy in it, and it says take what you want. Kids with Fortnite costumes don't get candy.
I love that. No
So
game for
funny.
Fortnite. Okay, so here we go. The Maple City Grand Tournament is this coming weekend. I can't believe it's like already here.
Yeah, me neither.
The list submission date got moved from tonight at midnight to tomorrow at midnight. So you have how many hours?
Yeah,
Tomorrow
no,
at
it's all
midnight,
that.
you
Yeah,
have
20
like 26
6
hours.
hours to get your list in. Okay, I'm going to try to get them up on Friday. What am I forgetting? 2,000
Yes,
points.
yes, I did.
You did what?
No, Eli was like, Dakota got smaller. Yes, I did.
You're not.
Sorry to
I don't
interrupt.
get it.
Never
That's all
mind.
right. See, you can't
Sorry,
do that.
Tim.
My brain doesn't work very good, and then when you throw a wrench in it.
The comments also from like 12 minutes ago, man. Keep up.
Yeah, I just looked down. Sorry.
So nobody knows what you're talking about.
Behind.
You just look like you got Tourette's.
Eli-
Yes.
Eli's like making food at home. Like, you talking to me?
What's he making?
Spaghetti.
I think Mike just wanted to be noticed. He's like, oh, there's a comment about me.
I feel noticed.
That was some great info in the GT.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
so you can't
Maple
do that.
City
My brain
GT.
doesn't work.
Sorry, Tim.
So yeah, it's this weekend, man. We're hoping to get 50. We're like trying to beg, borrow, and
How many
steal.
do we got?
We got 30 signed up, 28 signed up, something like that. I don't know if Jake's playing or not. He hasn't committed one way or the other yet.
If all of your employees are playing, who's going to be working?
We're gonna shut the store down.
So I said I wanted to
bring
work,
stuff
and
to
he
stuff.
wants me to play. So let's.
Listen, we'll get to it. Well, at one point you said you wanted to play also. So don't.
I didn't know it was 2 days. I don't want to give up my Sunday.
Unbelievable. Okay, at any rate, if we need one more player for a major, guess who's playing, Jake? Actually, I do need to find a ringer, so Jake's like, you only got to play one round.
Jake's gonna be a ringer.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to have a bye. No one wants to pay $50 and
No,
get a bye.
obviously.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So, no, that's this weekend. I'm excited about it. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous that I'm going to screw something up.
It's $50 to get into the GT.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a 2-day tournament. I don't know what prizes are.
Bernie's
but
like, I'll work.
I imagine they're significant. So,
Yeah, decent prizes.
I would say 30 people, $50 a head. Yeah.
$50 a head.
Well, we also have to pay for the venue, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So, any
Those sweet new objective markers.
You want to get into
Yep.
Psychic Awakening? Because I've got some.
sure, let's hear it.
I've got some.
He's been dying.
He's
I've
been
got
dying.
some opinions on
I don't
it.
know anything about it. So
Really? So
Dakota's
so-
not here to talk
you're
about
gonna
it.
have to
Substitute
steer my
Dakota
shit,
doesn't know
which
anything.
Sucks.
Jason said, "Wow, info finally." Well, we're moving on apparently, Jason.
Yeah, real quick info.
Is there anything?
To be
you
fair, I've
say
talked
about
to
the
Jason
GT?
all day about it. He's the one guy that doesn't need any more information about the GT.
Anyway, so Psychic Awakening 2 is going to involve all of the Codex Chaos Space Marine Legions, except for Black Legion, and
Seems a little racist.
A little
okay.
bit.
So there's no psychic awakening for custodes.
Well, you'll be.
Wait, okay, hang on. Who's in the
not
coming
yet.
I
book?
don't care.
So doesn't even.
Who's in the coming book?
But I don't care.
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm only half listening. Tell me again.
We can tell you're looking at your crotch.
Chaos Space Marines minus Black
I'm
Legion.
only half listening. Tell me again.
I'm listening.
Chaos Space
Anyway,
Marines minus
Chaos
Black
Space
Legion.
Marines, and then Black Templars for the inclusion purposes. So,
Whoa, wow.
you guys call me racist for saying Black Legion.
So you said something racist?
I wasn't racist.
The shoe fit. I'm gonna make it.
Okay, no. Is there a box set coming with it too?
No, there isn't a box set. They're releasing a new
Okay.
Chaos Sorcerer though. Which
Okay,
actually
but the
looks really
rumors
cool.
were for a box set, so it's actually just
For
Psychic
Black-
Awakening.
Yeah, but now the rumor switched for I think 2 more books from now, which the box set's going to be Orcs and Space Wolves is the rumor for that.
We just talked about Space Wolves.
Do you know?
So-
Did they
Space
say
Wolves,
that's going to
coolest looking
coincide
armor.
with the Psychic Awakening?
Yeah, yeah,
book?
that's their book.
A book
gonna be,
and a box
It's
set?
going to be Orcs versus Space Wolves, and then the box set will be.
Oh,
Orcs
okay.
versus
Okay,
Space
they did that for this one.
Yeah, and
They
then
did
the
the-
next one, yeah. So the next
Drew
one,
Carey and
the
the-
next one for after Faith and so the next, I can't remember what it's called, but the next one after this one is
Blood Angels,
and
Tyranids, right?
right? And
Okay.
there's-
Oh,
yeah, I saw
I
that
don't
one.
think they're gonna do a box set for that. However,
They might.
well,
they might
there's-
as well.
I don't know if they will, but they did show Mephiston.
Oh, they showed the model?
They didn't show it in total. They showed a
his
teaser
fist
of.
in-
what he's
Oh,
gonna
like
look
they did for Abaddon and stuff.
I think so. Yeah.
I gotcha.
So yeah.
How are they gonna
just like
fire a
that.
gun like that?
Anyway.
I don't know.
With Mephistons?
Anyway. I'm not sure what Jason has seen in the of the Psychic Awakening for this coming book. I am less than enthusiastic about it.
How come?
Well, there's not. I'm not quite sure that they're going to update the chaos stuff like they.
Well, they'll have new rules.
I'm not 100% sure that they will in terms of.
What was the verdict on this?
I don't know.
I heard there was some good stuff. I heard the Drukaris got the best of the book.
The rumor floating.
Who are the Drukaris?
The Drukari.
The Dark Eldar.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Why don't they
the
call
rumor
him Black
floating-
Eldar?
The rumor,
Whoa, Tony.
the rumor floating
We're gonna
around
lean
is
into
it's
Joke
just,
podcast.
it's just the normal things. It's more stratagems, more warlord traits, more psychic powers, and that's it.
Right, but okay, so then did you see the rumor where it was basically like these are kind of trying to bring everybody in line? I was reading it, like I don't care if you can't read it. You can't see it.
Is that,
You
is
can
that
read
cover
it.
appropriate?
You can read it so you can show the picture. Yeah, it's a white armor.
Yeah, bro, like to me, okay, I think that face looks dumb. I don't think it looks
It's actually very it looks unfitting for a Howling Banshee.
I don't think that the models don't look like that.
Well, no, well, that's,
don't think
that's
they've
the
seen it
character.
yet.
That's the character. That looks like something a Dark Eldar.
Do you feel
Like-
better, Jake?
Yeah, I'd like them to know what we're looking at.
We don't even have dozens of people looking at it. We're not even up to the standard of WoW yet.
Anyway,
There are literally dozens of people playing that game.
Gee, whoa, don't.
No,
Sensitivity training for the both of you.
me?
No,
Brad
I think
and
it's
Tony.
Brad and Tony.
I was gonna say, I was like-
probably for all of us.
Do not lump me in with Brad. Okay.
Tony, come on! I've heard some of the things you've said.
hang on now. Hang on.
Let's nut this in the bud.
Okay, as far as correct thing. No, I think these will be fine. I don't know if this is the world we're living in right now. Okay, so these guys, not these guys specifically, Tony's boys, the Iron Hands, they
That
are
can't shoot gun guys.
they're just kind of like
done
running
with
the
this.
roost right now, and
Are they still good?
nothing else really holds a candle to them.
Kind of, but that's not necessarily what I'm asking for. I'm not asking for an Iron Hand supplement, right? I'm asking.
Well,
for,
nobody should ever ask for
yeah,
that again.
right. But what I'm just asking to be brought up mildly in line with it. I'm asking for them to rework my crappy Legion traits that are just awful. I'm asking them for to maybe give me some rules
For
like,
what
Well,
army?
like
there are
chaos-
going to be rules.
Well,
in
I
it.
don't. But they're not doing any. They're adding. They're adding warlord traits and stratagems, right? Like they're not doing anything above.
Would
and
you
beyond
would
that,
you
which I don't
say
think is
that
gonna
you're
be
okay? You are.
Didn't work.
I feel like you are jaded in 8th, like I was jaded in 7th.
I think that's.
Say we could have our own
fair.
side conversation.
I
Go.
think that's probably fair to say.
yes,
Question
yes,
in the
Jake.
front row.
What? Yes. We're trying to have a conversation here. I don't know why you're being rude, but come on, let's hear
He
it.
raised his hand. That was like the definition
He's
of not
joking.
being rude.
Go.
Come on, Tim.
Brad, say it louder.
Jesus.
When is chapter proofs is expected?
It's
December 9th.
Is it the 9th?
I think it's the 9th.
In like the 9th or the 14th. Yeah,
A
it's
month
like
away.
Somebody released like all the releases.
Up until December.
Like
yeah.
we know way more GW releases now
Literally
than we've ever
any
known.
day.
Yeah,
Brittany.
no kidding. No kidding. It even showed the day that the new Mephiston model
Yeah,
released.
yeah.
Like,
It's like
oh
the end
my
of the
God.
month, right?
Yeah. Well, it's I don't know if it's the end. It's
making
at
a
the same
model
time
of
as
that?
Psychic Awakening.
Oh, is it? Yeah, a new Mephiston.
yeah, new Mephiston.
Yes, Jake.
Doesn't he have double power? No, that's Calgar's got double power fist.
Yeah, no. Mephiston
tried.
has a sword. It's a really cool sword.
Yes,
is there,
Jake.
Is there a chance Boxwalkers will be reduced? in
No,
price?
not at all.
Hit it. Hashtag trash.
Anyway,
No, there's definitely a chance.
yeah,
because nobody's
probably
touched
in
them.
chapter proof. Probably in chapter proof.
I mean, I want
we-
to say probably.
Can we
Well,
collectively
that's where they would do it. But,
can we collectively agree that My Fist In is a horrible name for any character
It's
at all?
Mephiston, but I'm not a huge fan.
yeah, sure.
In Diablo 2, there was Mephisto.
He was the Italian version.
Mephisto is a character from Marvel. It's pretty much the devil.
Well, that's what it was.
Deckard
Diablo's brother.
Cain.
That's what it was in
Mephisto.
Diablo 2.
That was a
But it's not My
that was a
Fist
Diablo 3
In.
character.
I thought it was 2, wasn't it?
No, Deckard. He was probably in Diablo 2 as well. Yeah, he's
Maybe it is 3.
yeah. He dies.
No, I think that there's a lot of chaos players signed up already for the GT. I
No, I
will
know.
say that.
No, I know, but they're not. I guarantee they're not going to be running 99% of the stuff out of here.
Well, that's kind of the problem with
yeah.
with the soup we have created with 8th.
Well,
right?
yeah, and I think, and kind of my issue
Throw
is,
it all in there.
I feel like GW is looking at tournament standings, and they're just taking the, like, so they're looking at the winners, right? They're looking at the top tables, and they're like, oh, Chaos placed in top table. They don't need anything then, and then they lump Chaos Space Marines into that pile of Chaos taking the top table and say, oh, they're perfectly fine.
You know, I'm
but in
gonna-
reality, they're not even in any. There's nothing of theirs in the list.
I can't believe
You know what
how
I mean?
old
So it's
8th
just kind of-
edition is over 2 years old now, and I
Yeah.
remember when it came out like it's the most balanced, most play tested edition ever, and
Yeah,
now it
that-
feels like and I think it is probably the most play tested edition ever. But like, how did they
Yeah, I
not
mean-
see the Iron Hands coming?
Well, how did they not see half the crap coming? So
Well, I think there's a handful of very egregious things that have happened in 8th, like the flyer spam in the beginning of the
Well,
edition.
yeah, I mean that was literally that took tournaments for that was the
Well,
first
they
tournament
nipped-
standings for the first
yeah.
few months until they
Well,
did the first
I-
FAQ, right?
no,
so
they
it was
nipped
like-
that in the butt pretty quick. But the point is, it happened. Like you didn't see this happening.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the term is nip it in the bud.
Bud. What is a bud?
It's a flower. It's a reference to nipping it at the
That's
bud.
fair.
I would say with
I
any
appreciate that.
game,
You're welcome.
any game like this where there's a lot of variety, that no matter
I think
no
it's
matter the
inexcusable,
no,
personally.
no
I-
matter
I-
the
I
play
do.
testing, they'll not be as effective as the entire player base.
No, that's fair.
no,
but you
that's-
can look at the Iron Hands book as it's written and say that's a problem.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I was
And
speaking
it's-
more broadly than just Iron Hands.
No,
think
I know,
there's
but
a
like
lot of
Iron Hands
really
are the
bad
most
ideas.
egregious thing that
they
we've
can't
had.
even hold guns.
But they were killing
your
everybody.
Your brother played against Joel's Iron Hands. He was playing Imperial Fists.
Yeah, and Iron Hands are still better.
Yeah.
I-
no, Joel beat him.
I
Joel
would
beat him,
I would
but-
say that
it was a
that's
it was a
easy
really
to
close
say
game,
after
but-
you see them, but like
Dude, I remember hearing
Alright.
the rules thinking,
So-
what?
So, well, Jason's a playtester, and I've never heard him talk about the Iron Hands supplement, but they were talking about the Salamander supplement because there's just some badly written rules in the Salamander supplement, and they looked at I guess their rep who takes their feedback and he said, don't print this, it's broken. And what did they do? They went ahead and printed it.
Well, there's a lot of
Like, they're not-
you
it's
get a
not
lot
like
of
they're
leaks
listening.
from playtesters on Reddit and whatnot. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and none of them are named, but like,
No, I'm sure there's a lot of corporate pressure too. Like just because you have somebody who's a playtester say, "Oh, this is broken," you have the wheels in the cog. There's 40,000 people that have jobs depending on this.
Yeah.
They're just going to pump it out
yeah.
regardless.
Well, and to be honest,
you
if
know.
something's overpowered and sells models, like
neither,
it's
Brittany.
not really a bad business
that's
decision
what
in the
I'm saying.
short term. In the
Exactly.
short term.
Yeah. exactly.
But here's the thing, though. They go ahead and fix them within the first week. So that's the reason why they go through and do it anyway, because there's this sort of feeling
They
that
didn't
it'll
even
be
really
addressed
fix them.
here
Like
soon.
they just they didn't touch their killing power at all.
Well, they didn't touch their killing power.
they're still
but they
like
definitely,
guaranteed to hit and wound most
yeah, but
things
now,
in the game.
but now they're
Iron
not.
Hands?
Yeah.
Now they're not invincible, which is good.
Yeah, but like they're still
like-
better than regular Marines. You know, they still have the feel no pain.
Well, the feel no pain isn't the problem. Wasn't
Joel
the problem,
dropped 3 6s out of 4 wounds against Dakota.
dude.
And Dakota's like, how is this happening? I'm like, bro, it's every game I play with Joel.
Dude,
I'm
he
like, all right,
does it.
12 wounds.
I was watching.
Pass them all.
I was watching that game they were playing while you were gone, and it was insane. Like Joel, like dude, like so he, what was it? Dakota shot at a squad of Centurions and did like I want to say after saves were rolled, he did half the
Brittany.
squad of
Would have died.
Yeah, exactly. But he saved 2 of them, which meant a Centurion was back to full health, which meant since that Centurion was at full health, he could use his apothecary to revive the one dead in the Centurion. So it was like awesome. I did nothing. Like if he didn't have that feel no pain, he would have only been able to heal that one Centurion.
Yeah.
That would have been it. But yeah, so
I love it.
Bernie says, "Hell yeah!"
She also
I have
says,
no idea what any of
Yeah.
this means, but hell yeah.
All right.
but yeah, so it's I don't know. I like you said, I'm probably a little jaded like you
So-
were last edition. I've
We got 4 minutes.
So to
left.
try to relate, there's a card rummaging around Magic, that is
Something
being
I know about.
They're called
heavily
rummaging.
heavily
What if it was
heavily memed at the moment. That's taking over all of Magic, I guess.
Speaking of memes, wins Pauper.
A week from Sunday.
Dude, there's not even
I forgot to
half a
schedule it.
dozen people that want to
Facebook.
play that. But go ahead.
So, anyways, I remember seeing this card when it's spoiled and thinking, okay, it's an interesting card, but then like after it's played and stuff, it's heavily realize that it's a kind of a broken
Yeah,
card.
it's changed format.
It's literally.
Are they going to ban it?
It's most likely going to get banned in standard.
Yep.
It's not. It is a powerful card in every other format, but it's not.
It's in
powerful.
a sea of powerful cards.
It's in a sea
Yeah.
of powerful cards.
But in standard, it's like
it's
I say it's the new Teferi of it.
well, Teferi never got
Clefairy
banned.
is a
Teferi
Pokemon.
not got no. That's
Clefairy is
that's
de-
Clefairy.
Clefairy is definitely a
Teferi.
Pokemon.
Clefairies and Magic?
Clefairy?
Yeah.
No, Teferi is.
Teferi.
So, anyways,
Let's say they're both card games.
one of the best things I've seen. So its ability that's broken mostly is
Are you gonna say what the card is?
it turns it's Oko.
There you go.
Is anybody going to let
Thief.
Jake finish the story?
Oko thief of something.
Tony says, interrupting Jake.
I'm happy you caught the irony.
And its most broken ability is it turns an artifact or a creature into a 3/3 elk forever.
Elk?
And, yeah,
Yep.
and loses all abilities.
Thief of Crowns.
And what the playtesters, they've already admitted they didn't realize how good of a defensive ability that is. Because you can pick you can pick your creature to make it more powerful, or pick their creature to neuter it. And they didn't realize how good the neutering would be.
And it's a +1 ability to do it, so
Rather
it just
than a
makes
negative.
it stronger, as opposed to like making it cost you something in order to do it.
So I saw something. This was specifically talking about Legion. The designer of Legion was talking about the leeway that you have when creating video games, because you can go in and you can literally alter damage of a weapon.
Yeah.
By point
We got a
001.
question from Brittany. How do they shoot a gun without hands?
She's fired.
Who doesn't have hands?
Iron Hands.
What about
Have
Fiston?
hands, they're made of iron.
How does he have? He's only got one fist because the other one's already fist in. That's so funny.
It's actually on.
It's on. Yeah. What if he said that?
All right,
like,
so what about the Legion?
Fist on. Like, that's all he could say. It was like a Pokemon.
Flame on. My fist
What about Legion? The video game thing.
So, like in a tabletop game, like especially one that has printed media, which
Yeah.
is most of them, right? You're like, okay, here's your. Well, no. There are some app-based games. That,
Really?
Yeah. You know, like Mansions of Madness, like that's run off an app now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I was thinking exclusively war games. Excuse me.
Well, I think it's only a matter of time before we're probably
Probably. You're
app-based for
probably
more.
right.
But at any rate, like you print something months in advance to the release, right?
yeah.
And then so like you have to have it's a hard date to get stuff in, whereas if something's broken in a video game, you can literally patch it overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here, that's the thing. Like, the FAQs are a sign of things changing towards that. Like, people are getting data, and then Magic bannings and
Well, it needs to be company driven though. I really like Wizards. I think the WPN is a really good thing.
and MTGO. They get a lot of data from that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. GW will never do like 40K online. They'll
up,
never do
buddy.
anything like
Right,
that
right.
because if they can't sell models, they're screwed.
They
you know
get
what I mean?
they get
Yeah,
almost
that is-
they
yeah.
get almost all of their data from tournaments, right? Like big
Yeah.
tournaments.
GW?
Yeah.
Well, GW doesn't do any official data aggregate.
Well,
I
they get-
think
they get
I
all
think that's
aggregation.
I think that's a downfall that
That's
they
a
don't
miss.
that they don't
Yeah.
have their own tournament structure.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
I need to be
that's what
player
I've been complaining
1,000,
about for a
1,001,
while.
whatever it is. Like, and you need to if you're playing in any kind of event, there needs to be an app that you can use to make your list and submit your list, and then the tournament software should.
It's.
Somebody should get my fist on that.
I think it's. I honestly think it's ridiculous that GW hasn't come up with their own
Tournament
competitive.
software,
Yeah,
right?
well, not even tournament software, but they don't even have solid rules for competitive tournament play. They don't. Like that's why you have ITC. That's why you have
Well,
a
I
Decepticon and all that
think
stuff.
their biggest problem is their missions aren't great for
Well,
competitive play.
but that's
How
my
is it-
point.
I
That's my
think-
point.
I
though.
think
They don't
some-
have. They
I
don't have a
always go back
standard.
From the
for it.
outside looking in and
This all
hearing,
kinda started with
a lot of this
talking
go
about Magic,
on for a better part of 2 years now. I think GW is a company that sells models, where Magic is a company that sells a game.
That was their previous model. That was their
Well,
previous thing that they
that's
said.
always been a cop out for having crappy rules. Like everybody knows that they sell the models because of the game, right? The models are fantastic, but they're not.
Well-
they don't stand alone
But
in
they
the
don't
big picture.
make money off of the game
Well,
as much as
I would beg to differ because the models that they sell are directly tied to the game.
So I get that, but
That's true.
Magic doesn't make money off of an individual card's purchase, right?
Sure.
They make their money off of the loot box that is a pack, right?
Yeah.
But what they make their entire business model on is the game itself. So they have to entice you to want to buy that loot box, right? GW is not that way. They don't make money off of the game.
But see, I think it's the same thing because they print an overpowered card or they print a powerful card, knowing that it will have value on the secondary market, knowing that that will cause people to buy their product.
I don't disagree with that.
But Wizards doesn't care about selling the end user getting it. You know, they do in the long run, but stores are the suckers who are paying the.
And I get that. I'm not defending it and saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying that, like,
No, I'm saying they're
thinking
basically
about
the same.
But I don't think they are.
Yeah.
But see, when a
Because
Codex
if-
has a
if-
model that's
Next week,
overpowered,
Brittany.
Yeah.
they sell those models.
and they probably do it intentionally.
That I don't
Yeah.
disagree.
They-
They
they did it,
swear they
um,
don't.
They
I w-
definitely did a lot more last edition
They're-
than they're doing it this edition, but I don't disagree.
The fact that those models are so incredibly overpriced is really indicating what their focus is.
I would say that it seemed to me like kind of playing a little bit of 7th edition and then paying a lot more attention to 8th edition and hearing stories that they are much more focused on the game in 8th edition
Yeah,
than ever
absolutely.
before. So it would make sense for them to start doing their own tournament circuit and actually making good rules for tournament play.
You know, and with that being said, too, to Tim's credit, they've made more sales now since they've been more focused on the game than they were since last.
No,
edition.
that makes sense.
Yeah, because people. Exponentially more sales.
Yeah,
Well-
maybe not exponential, but like
This is when
when-
you come with a complete reboot. People
Yeah.
have to repurchase their army
Well,
and start all
Well,
over.
there's
again.
also
you're
the
going to see a big
excitement for
spike.
it.
Also,
People
Yeah,
wanted to
absolutely.
play, wanted to buy
But
stuff.
how much
Well-
is that leveled off? I'm sorry, Jake.
I mean,
sorry.
it's,
No, I'm
it's
sorry.
leveled off a bit, but it's gotten stale. It's the end of an edition,
But
right?
this is also the same thing that Magic sees is that competitive players buy more than
Casual
casual
players.
players. So
Yep.
like competitive players, if they do,
Yeah.
I would say that's undeniable.
competitive players buy more than casual players. So a competitive warmer player, if they want to be competitive, and they'll buy a whole new army to do so.
Yeah, sickeningly so.
Yeah, a lot of players that just want to play their own army and compete with it will buy new models to make it better. But some people will buy a whole new armies. Where a casual player will just have their one army, and if they want another army, it's more for the hobby aspect.
Yeah.
And that
They'll just
happens.
get used to losing all the time.
Yeah, and that happens less frequently than competitive players buying new models.
That's why GW does a good job of keeping things fresh. Like the Ossiarch Bone Reapers are coming out this weekend in full force.
those look so cool.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, did you
Sigmar?
see Did you say they announced Slaves to Darkness too?
Yeah, those models look fantastic.
they
also.
do.
So it makes sense.
New army.
Yeah,
Definitely.
but they're not even iron.
It makes much more sense that they're focusing on the game more and more of a competitive atmosphere.
I agree.
That models are selling more.
Right, because you can always play casually. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to follow any official rules.
Yes, Brittany.
You can always play casually. Yeah. But if competitive play isn't tight,
There needs to,
It will hurt the game.
There has to be some sort of
Well, no
universal
matter what the
standard
game is.
for competitive
Nationwide
play.
standard is at an all-time, not an all-time, but in many, many years, probably ever since Kaladesh, at a real low because of this Oko card.
really.
Yeah, because if you're not playing Oko, you're probably losing.
Is that named after the chick that ruined the Beatles? And on that note, we'll see you guys next week.
That was
Ono.
Yoko Ono.
You're close.
Yeah.
Yoko
We love
Ono.
you. See you at the GT. We love you. Get your list in.
You're breaking up the band, Yoko.
You have till tomorrow at midnight. Get your list in.